We're back. So I was on the internet yesterday and I saw all these memes about Hezbollah.
Yeah, he ran into the kitchen, opened the sliding door, and he's like, they're blowing people's off.
Yeah, so this is all unfolded over the last couple of days and it's just nuts.
This is nuts, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely nuts.
And I was like, what do you mean they're blowing people's off? Are they actually targeting the...
Well, they're using pagers.
Yes, that's right. You said they're using pagers and the nuts just happen to be collateral damage.
Yeah, so I saw this and I'm like, pagers? When's the last time I saw a pager? My old man had a pager in like 1988. But I did a bit of looking into this and they have pagers because Israel can track their mobile phone usage.
Of course, low tech.
Yeah, so it's low tech enough that they can get a page and they just use a landline, which Israel cannot track.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to set this up, we've got Hezbollah. Is it Hezbollah or Hezbollah? I'm not sure.
I have no clue. Sounds like it wants to be Hezbollah or Hezbollah.
But they're a paramilitary group and political party in Lebanon. And they say they're backed by donations and stuff, but they're actually backed by Syria and Iran. And Syria and Iran don't like Israel and vice versa. And the story apparently goes, Hezbollah ordered a bunch of pagers, right? A bunch of pagers and walkie-talkies. And Mossad, or, you know, the Israelis, intercepted this shipment. This is like months ago.
Yeah.
And they planted a tiny amount of explosives in these devices. I'm talking like 3 or 4 grams of explosives, but just really powerful shit.
Oh, okay, because you said earlier that they might have hacked them or something, but they actually planted explosive devices.
Yeah, well, my dumbass, I saw this story and I'm like, well, they can just make your shit explode. There's an app for that. But yeah, obviously there's explosives in them and they've fucked with them. Now, I'm not going to get into geopolitical shit. I'm not going to get into who's right and who's wrong, because if you open that can of worms with like Palestine, Israel shit, then you never hear the fucking end of it. It's the internet and it's gay.
Yeah, we don't like to get too serious here on the Bearing channel. We're all about the nuts. We came for the nuts.
This is nuts, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely nuts.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah, because if you get into that argument, it's all like, well, this group did this to this group, and years before that, this group did this to this group, and it's just confusing, and I don't really care that much.
History, etc., etc.
Yeah, and I've got a very, very simplistic view of the world. I mean, to me, America's like beer and guns, Canada's maple syrup and manners, fucking Australia's beer and kangaroos.
Knifeies.
Yeah, India's poo and curry.
Oh.
The rest of Asia's like rice and mobile phones. Russia's vodka and nukes.
The rest of Asia is rice and mobile phones.
Yeah, it is. And New Zealand, if they deserve a mention at all, are just Australia's unloved red-headed stepson. Did you know some people in my chat call me a New Zealander?
Oh, the shame.
I know. We're vastly, vastly different people, and I am quite offended.
That's like calling Americans Canadians or English Welshmen.
Yeah, I mean, they say fush and chops, for fuck's sake. It's retarded.
Don't forget six.
Oh, yeah. They say sex instead of six.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Anyway, and the Middle East is basically just suicide bombers and kebabs. So, like, I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of it. I just want to cover this story.
Oh, I do like a good kebab.
Yeah, kebabs are good. So anyway, there's been memes.
Of course there has. This is the internet.
Oh, it's relentless. Let's go. You have won a free gender reassignment procedure. Harsh. Hezbollah's next secure communication device.
It's very efficient until you go around a corner.
Oh, that's the blacked meme.
Oh, it is too.
Hezbollah chat. Ahmed has left the group. Ahmed has left the group. Ahmed has left the group. 72 virgins. This one's good. This is just a soldier using a pager as a grenade.
Yeah.
And this one, Ahmed gets his 72 virgins, but he's got no nuts.
This is nuts.
All right, so we better get a rundown of this. This is from NBC this morning.
We're going to begin our show this morning in the Middle East, which is dealing with the aftermath of yesterday's attack in which thousands of pagers belonging to Hezbollah members in Lebanon and Syria exploded simultaneously. We're going to show you this CCTV footage. It's verified by NBC News. It shows the extraordinary moment a man's bag exploded at a supermarket in the Lebanese capital of Beirut. The man falls to the ground injured and yelling for help. At least 12 people were killed and thousands were left injured in the attack, which has overwhelmed Lebanese hospitals Hezbollah blames the explosions on Israel and is vowing to retaliate.
I mean, that's pretty large scale, isn't it? They're saying, 3,000 people injured. That's a fucking big chunk of your force.
Yeah, and probably a lot of citizens who were injured in the same, vicinity of the explosions.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, but what an operation. I mean, think about that. They've intercepted 5,000 devices and they've taken them all apart. They've put these explosives in them. They've sealed them back up, put them back in their boxes and shipped them to Lebanon without anyone being the wiser. Fucking hell.
Israel has so far not commented. However, U.S. officials briefed on the operation told the New York Times and Axios that Israel planted explosives in the pagers. This image, also verified by NBC News, it shows a damaged pager, and you can see the brand of a Taiwanese company. It's called Gold Apollo. The company says it did not manufacture the pagers, but they say they were made by a Hungary-based company that was licensed to use its brand. Well, the attack is another blow to efforts to agree to a ceasefire deal in Gaza, which Secretary of State Antony Blinken is pushing for this morning in Egypt.
Yeah, I think they're fucked. I don't think there's going to be peace here anytime soon. And this is probably the gayest thing I've ever said on this channel, but can't we all just get along? I can't be fucked with this stuff.
They've been saying that shit for fucking ever. No, they're not going to get along.
Yeah, can't we just have world peace?
I remember my parents saying, can't they just get along, when I was like 6 or 7 or something. It'll be the same. Our kid will grow up remembering that we said this.
Yeah, and like I said, it just becomes a blur of just jumbled shit.
Yeah.
They're always just killing each other. Look, I've got my views on this, but it's not something that I'm interested in fighting on the internet about. So I'm not going to get involved in this debate because it's just, I like to laugh on the internet. I don't want to debate geopolitics.
NBC News international correspondent Ralph Sanchez has the latest for us from Tel Aviv.
Hey there, Hezbollah operatives started using pagers like this because they were worried about Israeli electronic surveillance. They believed this old-fashioned technology potentially more secure than smartphones, but that turned out to be a deadly mistake. At around 3:30 p.m. Beirut time yesterday, these pagers started exploding simultaneously in what Hezbollah says was a massive covert Israeli operation.
So they all went off at the same time. That's pretty horrific. Yeah, I mean, imagine that. You've got all these pagers going off, just blowing testicles off.
This guy had it in his bag, so his nuts probably didn't get injured. I want to see the nuts.
Well, I don't think we can show testicles being torn off a body.
No, but is there a video of some of them getting
I'm
their
sure
nuts?
there is. I'm sure there is.
You're making this shit up. You just used this to entice me into this video, thinking I get to see some nuts popping.
That's the only way I can get you in here. Some men have suffered.
Hey, no.
Hezbollah testicles. Oh, here we go. Daily Express US. Hezbollah pager explosions, testicles blown off by Israeli crotch bombs. As 2,800 injured. There we go. Proof by way of an internet headline.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh that enthusiastically. I mean, it's tragic. It's tragic.
Yeah, so anyway, I take that as rock solid proof. I mean, obviously testicles were blown off. It's a pager. It's in your pocket.
Well, it's not always in your pocket, is it? It could be.
Why are you barracking so
could be
hard
in
for
your bag.
testicles being blown off?
Because it's the way you promised this
These poor
story to me.
motherfuckers. I mean, I know they're terrorists.
I'm not barracking. I'm just saying you ran into the kitchen and you were like, testicles are blown off.
Oh, gleefully.
Yeah. And I'm like, what?
Well, I never actually wanted to see testicles being blown off, but I will take it at the internet's word that testicles are being blown off. All right? And it's funny. It's for the meme. Do it for the meme.
Yes.
Believe it.
So surely now they want retribution. An eye for an eye.
A ball for a ball.
Yeah. A testy for a testy.
Oh, this guy on Twitter says these memes about the Hezbollah Pagers attack are childish, stupid, and glorifying death and wanton destruction. And so funny. And he's got this video. This is Canary Mission, who are like an anti-Semitism group or something.
Okay.
But they put out this video, and it's quite funny. So this is obviously like a Hezbollah boss guy.
I can imagine it will be like, we will take the testicle of every Jewish citizen.
I'm going to have to run this at a pretty low volume because I don't know what he's saying. He might be saying some heinous shit here. So I'll read the subtitles. I want to talk about what happened yesterday.
No, I want accent.
I want to talk about what happened yesterday.
Thank you. And I want enthusiasm too. I want to feel the character. I want to feel his pain.
Okay. Allahu Akbar. The Panzer fighters exploding all over Lebanon. I called the Motorola helpline. And they won't even give us a refund. or credit. I'm done with this. I won't buy from them anymore. I'm switching to Nokia. I miss the old days when the Jews only had spy dolphins and space lasers. Now, no tech is safe. They could put a bomb in my BlackBerry or my Kindle. Or even in my Ray-Bans. I can't even take a shit without fear of an explosion. But that's just an unrelated medical issue. This accent's fucked. I don't know what this is.
It's getting worse. I don't know what it's evolving into. Is he talking about exploding diarrhea?
Yeah. Just imagine the Hezbollah headquarters, toilets exploding everywhere. But that could be just my medical condition. The people of Lebanon are also sadly celebrating this attack on our fighters. But luckily, we still have friends in the West. They are sharing our pain, Allahu Akbar, metaphorically. I want to thank our Jewish brothers and sisters from Jewish Voice for Peace and If Not Now. So this is obviously plugging their organisation or something. Anyway, that was a bit funny. But yeah, the memes, I'm just like refreshing my Twitter and refreshing my Twitter and refreshing my Twitter because they're funny as fuck. Go look for some yourself.
Oh yeah, anything to do with nuts is a gold mine. You remember that Olympic guy who jumped over the pole vault thing?
Yeah,
and his
yeah.
crotch snagged on the pole on
That
the way
was
down.
funny,
Cost
yeah.
him a medal or something like that.
Anyway, I thought this was just nuts.
This is nuts.
We'll leave it there. We're not going too in-depth on this one. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye, tata.
See ya.
Recession, recession. Recession.